The third process of the build, acquire and implement domain called Manage Solutions Identification and Build, has 11 practices. The ninth practice is to manage changes to requirements. From a RACI charts perspective, the entities that are responsible include the business process owners, the project management office, and the head of IT development. The entity that is held accountable is the program steering committee. The practice receives two inputs, which are the results from the proof of concept initiatives from the AP04 process, and the record of requirement change requests from the BAI02 process. It generates one output, which is the record of approved and applied change requests, to be used by the BAI06 process. The activities involved in this practice include assessing the impact of solution change requests on the solution development, and prioritizing them accordingly. The requirements changes should be tracked and reviewed, and the change outcomes should be fully understood and approved by the relevant stakeholders. The change requests are then applied, maintaining the integrity of the solutions. The impact of solution upgrades should be assessed according to the objective criteria and involved risks. The 10th practice is to maintain solutions, and the entities responsible are the business process owners and the project management office. The entity that is held accountable is the head of IT development. The practice receives no inputs, but generates two outputs, which are the maintenance plan to be used by the AP08 process, and the updated solution components to be used by the BAI05 process. The activities involved in this practice include developing and executing a solution maintenance plan, which includes patch management, upgrade strategy, and vulnerability assessments. The maintenance activities' effects on the solution and its functionality should be assessed. In the case of significant maintenance activities that would cause changes to the solution design, then the development process should be followed. Solutions requiring excessive maintenance activities should be reviewed for performance or quality issues, and replacements or other alternatives should be considered. The 11th and last practice is to maintain the service portfolio. The entity that is responsible is the Chief Information Officer, while the entity that is held accountable is the IT Service Manager. The practice receives several inputs that include the budget allocations from the AP06 process, the definition of potential improvement projects from the AP08 process, and the approved changes to configuration baseline from the BAI10 process. It generates two outputs, which are the service definitions to be used by the AP05 and DSS1 processes, and the updated service portfolio to be used by the AP05 process. The activities involved in this practice include defining the new or modified IT services that resulted due to the introduction of the new solutions. The service definitions should be documented and added to the services portfolio. The service level options to ensure that the services are fit for purpose should be defined, such as the services time, the availability, capacity, and user satisfaction. If the new solutions create service changes, then the change should be checked if it falls within the approval authority, otherwise, it should be passed to the portfolio management for investment review.